Hello everybody and welcome back to Crypto Time. Before we get into this video, this is going to be a very opinionated, very animated video. So before we get into it, I want to let you guys know that it's okay if you disagree with me. It's okay if I disagree with you. I'm fully prepared and fully expecting people to have very strong opinions on what I'm about to say in this video. And I understand that my opinions might not align with yours, and that's totally okay. I'm really looking forward to debating in the comment section with you guys. So if you do have opinions different from mine, or that agree with mine, or maybe are in the middle with mine, make sure to comment them. Let me know what you guys are thinking, and I really look forward to having a civil debate in the comment section. Now, please, again, keep it civil. But I'm really looking forward to hearing you guys' opinions on this. Also, I need to let you guys know this video is not financial advice. I am not trying to sway you guys one way or the other to buy or sell anything. What you buy and sell is completely up to you. This video is not financial advice. I have made a couple videos in the last few days talking about how I have been buying a couple thousand Ripple per day. I think I've bought about 5,000 the past week and a half, or maybe, yeah, about a week and a half. And I want to talk to you guys about why I'm doing that, because this channel is not only based on XRP, although XRP is now currently the largest hold in my portfolio. I don't want my channel to be limited to only uploading XRP videos, although I love the XRP community. You guys are very supportive of my channel, and I appreciate you all for that. But this channel is not only going to be XRP content. So with that being said, the reason I'm loading up on so much XRP opposed to maybe like a Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. is because of purely scalability issues. Now I'm going to be comparing XRP to Bitcoin, and I know that's a recipe for disaster with people who support Bitcoin, but I really hope that you guys just hear what I'm saying, think about it for a minute, and then comment, not just automatically dislike and leave hate comments. But please just listen to what I'm going to say and then leave your comment. Like I said, I'm totally open for discussion. I want there to be discussion in the comments, and I'm looking forward to it. But please, let's keep it civil. I've been in the cryptocurrency market. I haven't been investing in the cryptocurrency market for this long, but I've been involved with cryptocurrency and learning about it for the better part, I want to say about 2.5 years. I started towards the very end of 2015. It's currently 2018, so about 2 years, maybe a little over 2 years. And through the years, I've seen two types of Bitcoin supporters. I'm going to call them Bitcoin maximalists, although I know that's kind of maybe not the nicest thing to say, or maybe a little too descriptive, but I'm just going to call them Bitcoin maximalists for this video. And the reason I'm saying that is because I think we should all be labeled as Bitcoin supporters. You know, Bitcoin started this shit. Bitcoin was the first one to come out. Bitcoin got so many people involved and interested in cryptocurrency, and it's done so much for the cryptocurrency market in general. So I think that anybody involved with cryptocurrency should at least support Bitcoin going forward and acknowledge what it's done for the entire market. And I've seen two sides of it. There's one side that thinks global adoption, Bitcoin is going to be the global currency, it's going to be the day-to-day currency, it's going to completely topple the financial system, the government system, we're going to be completely free from banks and governments, and people will only be using Bitcoin as the currency, as the peer-to-peer trading method, right? And that's a side that I really do not agree with strongly. Then there's the other side that see Bitcoin as simply a store of value, kind of like a gold asset, where people store money there or hold the asset as a store of value, liquidate maybe pieces at a time or liquidate Bitcoins at a time to buy larger, higher scale things. That's the side that I can totally see working. I could see Bitcoin being a future store of value. I can see its value going up because of that and because people hold it and only liquidate points at a time. However, these two ideas completely combat each other, right? Because if you look on the side of mass adoption and Bitcoin being the only form of currency and completely toppling the entire fiat industry, not industry, but the entire fiat system, that cannot happen. And I'm going to tell you guys why. It has such insane scalability issues. Right now, Bitcoin is getting 14 transactions per second, and the current daily volume is about, what are we at? 5 billion for the day. Now imagine if everybody was using, we'll just say the US. If everybody in the US is using Bitcoin for commodities, so buying food, gas, going to Walmart and using it, going to Target, going wherever you're going, you're using Bitcoin as a form of trade. Imagine how much volume that increases. Imagine that kind of volume getting, what, 14 transactions per second. It literally would not be possible. There's no way that can happen in an economic setting. That you can get 14 transactions per second and have it being mass adopted as the currency being used for day-to-day payments. That cannot happen. It wouldn't be possible. Now, I know that there is talk about Lightning Network apparently being able to handle 1 million transactions per second. If that were true, that were to come to fruition, and it could actually handle 1 million transactions per second, then you have a good case for mass adoption and for it actually be a used currency day-to-day. However, If you think that it can be a global currency used day-to-day processing in terms of, like I said, things like groceries, gas, just day-to-day commodities, there is no way that could possibly happen with how much volume we be receiving and how many transactions it can handle. Like it says here, it's 14 right now. If I refresh, probably going to be a new number. 24 transactions per second. Okay, Visa, who still has scalability issues from time to time in terms of backlog transactions or transactions not going where they're supposed to be going, it handles 24,000 per second. Over 24,000 per second, and it still has scalability issues. Bitcoin is doing anywhere from, I'll say, I've seen it as high as 60, and I've seen it as low as like 7 or 8 or 5. 5 to 60 transactions per second is nowhere close to Visa. And like I said, Visa still is having scalability issues sometimes. So just from the scalability fact, there's no way it could be mass adopted as a global currency to use for day-to-day payments just because of that issue. Now, like I said, store of value, I totally get that. That can definitely happen. I still think that has scalability issues in terms of liquidating from that standpoint, but I think that's a much easier fix than going from 24 transactions per second to needing 24,000 plus per second. Now let's talk about why I'm so bullish on Ripple and why I've been loading up on Ripple. Ripple is not trying to topple the government or topple the financial industry or topple the banking industry. They're trying to work with it. And I think that is a really a good point of attack and good point of movement from Ripple, because they're working with the current system that is outdated and is a little lackluster. So using cryptocurrency to aid these systems, to make them better, to make them work faster, stronger, more efficiently, I think is an amazing idea, and that's why I'm so bullish on XRP. They're not trying to be the new dollar. They're trying to help the current dollar. They're trying to help the current system, not try to be a completely new system. And some people won't agree with that. Some people are totally against banks and think that the banking system and the government system need to be completely toppled. And you can think that. That's fine. That's your opinion. You're entitled to that. I totally get it. You know, you can think whatever you want to think. That's fine. But what I really like about what Ripple is doing is they're working with these systems, and they're making them work much more efficiently, and they're making it actually cheaper for them to work. So that's why I'm so bullish on Ripple, as well as with the Cobalt system coming out. Right now, I believe Ripple does anywhere from 1,500 to about 2,200 transactions per second, which again is light years ahead of what BTC is currently doing. But they're also having the new Cobalt process come out, which is supposedly being able to do 50,000 transactions per second. Now, this isn't come to fruition yet. I believe it's being tested in a couple of weeks from now, or possibly it's already in testing. But if this does come out and Ripple can handle 50,000 transactions per second while working with banks, you better believe that XRP's volume, XRP's use is going to skyrocket from that, because it'll be such a good asset or it'll be such a useful asset for these financial systems and these financial institutions to actually use, opposed to something that takes 14 transactions per second, 25 transactions per second. 50,000 is more than, like I said, Visa's doing about 24,000. That's literally double what Visa is doing. So these are the I know this video is very animated. I know I'm kind of in your face in this video, but this is something that I'm really passionate about, and it's something that, but when I hear these stories about how, you know, Bitcoin is going to topple over the financial system, Bitcoin is going to make a completely new financial system that's independent from banks, there just cannot be that system unless these transactions per second, unless these transaction speeds are fixed. Because, like I said, it just cannot be mass adopted and have as much volume as it would have if that were the case, and do 20 transactions per second. In no situation would that work. Maybe if there's like an apocalypse, you know, and there's a huge nuclear warfare and everything is destroyed. But even then, like, this shit needs internet. Like, we need a public network to work. So even then, like, it's still, I don't know. I would love to sit down with somebody who believes in the completely new infrastructure of using Bitcoin as day-to-day payments. But for right now, with these current transactions, I just cannot believe in that. And I know that some people are really going to be against that opinion, and that's fine. I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking in the comments. But for me, just from a straight scalability aspect, Ripple is definitely the way to go for me. And the fact that it's not trying to topple the current system, it's trying to make the current system better, especially because the current system is definitely outdated and lackluster. So that's my video for today, guys. I'm not sure how you guys are going to take this one. I usually try to stay away from highly opinionated videos, because if you start saying the wrong things to the wrong people, it can definitely be like career suicide. But hopefully you guys don't take this video like that. You just take it as my opinion, and we can have a civil debate in the comments. I'm really looking forward to the comments on this one. And this actually might be the very last video you guys see with this setup. I'm getting a green screen today. I'm getting studio lighting to put behind me. I am re-soundproofing like my entire room. I'm getting a new microphone. my quality is supposed to be, or my quality is going to be through the roof in the next couple of, within the next couple of days. So hopefully this is the last video like this. There might be a couple more, but thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys don't destroy me in the comments. And again, thanks for watching. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, everybody, see ya.